Konichwa! My name is Chuck, actually Chuck Des, and I play drums in Simple Plan. I was lucky enough to go to Japan last September, from I think September 1st to September 15th. We got to spend almost 2 weeks and a half in Japan. I gotta honestly say it was a favorite moment of my life, the coolest trip I ever took with this band. Japan was just off the hook, and it was like, we just had such a good time.
Hey, what's up? I'm Pierre, and I'm the singer for the band that they call Simple Plan. And right now we're in the studio. We're recording this little song. It's a little cover song we're doing for our first live record ever. I've never done a live record in my entire life, and this one is actually going to be released in Japan. So if you're seeing this, you're probably in Japan right now. So what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and I play guitar for a band called Simple Plan. And we're in the studio right now. We're recording a song called Surrender. It's a Cheap Trick cover, and we're recording it for an EP in Japan that we're going to release in Japan.
Hey, what's up? I'm David, and I play bass for Simple Plan. And I would say going to Japan was one of the coolest things in my whole life.
Hey, I'm Sebastian. I play guitar for Simple Plan, and I sing sometimes as well. We're in the studio right now. We're recording this song called Surrender. It's a cover song. It's by a band called Cheap Trick. I believe this song was recorded in 1979, back when we were all still in our dad balls and we're all just, you know, swimming around. It's an old song and we really like it, so we're recording it right now for this EP, live EP that's going to be released in Japan. Special for the Japanese people, because Japan's crazy. We went to Japan in September, I believe, and it really was a crazy experience because it's so different than Canada and America and all the other places we've been to. Like, it took us like 25 hours to get there, right? Just flying everywhere and just like transfers and like from home. And
We flew, I think, was August 30th and got there on September 1st. And
It was a long flight. The flight was horrible. We flew from like Montreal to Toronto, Toronto to LA, and LA to Tokyo.
It was the longest flight ever.
It was like 20 hours, maybe even more. So we got there, we landed, we were on the ground, we were safe, and we came out of the plane and it was super warm and humid, and there was a lot of people around us. It was like, wow, you know, what's happening, especially coming from Montreal where it was kind of cold at the time. We got there and it was like a new world altogether.
We got excited. We were tired, but we didn't even feel it. It was like, fuck yeah, we're in Japan for the first time, and we had to drive like 1 hour to get to the city. We got there like at 9 p.m. at night. I think it was like 6 a.m. for us. I'm not even sure.
it was just crazy. We drove on, we were on the highway and I could see all the Japanese signs everywhere. We were driving on the left side of the road, which was different from where we are. We're driving on the right side. And we got at the hotel, which was in Shibuya.
And we arrived with a little bus from the airport, and some people were already waiting for us at the hotel.
So we said hi. Oh man, as soon as we said hi to the people, like all these like, you know, young guys, young girls came talking to us, and they were like so into the band. So it was a great thing to be all around, you know, those fans. So they greeted us very well. They gave us like gifts, and it was really, really cool.
Like, we've never been there. It's halfway across the world. People know us. People know our names, and you know, they try to talk to us. And even though like English not their first language, everybody's doing great. You know, they're all like, "Hey, I love you guys. I got your record." They got our record, and it's all like Japanese in it. It's crazy.
Simple Plan girls, so great!
Thanks for coming.
I'm just a kid. I love Simple Plan.
Yeah.
They were like everywhere, like at our shows, at the airports, train stations, and at our hotels.
And that had never happened to us before. Like, we never really had fans waiting for us at the hotel and stuff. So that was kind of weird. And it was cool, you know. It was like for the first time people actually really, you know, seemed to be huge fans of Simple Plan.
I can't believe they always knew where we were.
I don't understand how they knew we were there, but they just knew. And for the whole trip, they always knew.
So we got there, and we were really tired, exhausted. But as soon as we started like going into Tokyo, all the lights were all around us, and we were like so surprised, so into it that we just started like looking around.
We were already tired, but I stayed up. I didn't care. I just wanted to check everything out. It was just so rad.
It was nighttime, but there was so much action. It felt like we were in the middle of the day.
We walked around, had a lot of fun. Went to see some cool shops and all the lights and everything, and just the fact that we were in a different country and everybody was Japanese, it was kind of cool.
It felt like a huge New York City, just even bigger than New York City. Times Square's time 100. Like lights everywhere, people walking everywhere. It was like 11 o'clock at night and people were still walking in the streets.
It felt like we were in the middle of the day.
It really felt like New York City. It felt like we were, like we could see all the lights, the crazy building, the crazy stores. It was open late. There was people everywhere walking this huge square with tons of people everywhere, and like subway stations and like big ass building. It's just like, it really felt like we were in New York, but with a lot of Japanese people everywhere.
This is Times Square, Tokyo situation. We're lost.
We're in Times Square, Tokyo. So we're in Tokyo, Japan. We got here today, and this is probably the craziest place, Tokyo.
Japan.
Tokyo, Japan.
I'm in Japan.
We're in Japan. But the one thing that was probably I'll remember forever was the shows that we had there, because I don't think I've ever seen an audience go as crazy as that.
I'll show you what normal chips are. I'll show you what they become in Japan.
I remember the first night we did at the, where was it, Club Quattro in Tokyo. We got there,
Like hanging out outside the venue, we got to meet a bunch of people, like a bunch of kids, a bunch of people, and
It was only noon, and it was like 5 hours before we played the show. But
They're already there and they're all like, ah, please sign my t-shirt, please. And they're all super cool. Everybody's super nice.
it was hard to talk to them sometimes because we didn't speak Japanese, but you could tell like they put so much effort into trying to talk to you and trying to learn the right English words.
We did even have like meet and greets with people, and they bring us gifts,
and they had gifts for everyone.
which is like something that I've never heard of. I had so much gifts that I actually have a little section in my room where I have like posters of Japan, like little like kimonos, like little like Japanese souvenirs that people gave me through through those meet and greets.
and there was just it was us playing with another band called Nicotine, and yeah, we got there. And suddenly people just started pouring into the club, and it packed up. Like, I've never seen a club packed so much. It was crazy.
The minute we get on stage, everybody, like, the room is packed, first of all. It's so packed. It's crazy. Then we get on stage, everybody's so loud. Everybody, ah!
The crowd just completely went wild, and they could sing all our lyrics, and they were jumping, and they were so into the music.
The reaction, right away we knew, holy shit. We looked at each other like on stage and went like, wow, there's something special going on. This is ridiculous.
The fans were just totally into it, man.
And usually during Worst Day Ever, we usually stop and we make the crowd sing. But this time around, we had no clue what the response would be. We didn't know if the people would know the lyrics or not. So I was looking at Seb, and I was kind of nervous. I was like, what if we stop and nobody sings? We're going to look like idiots, So Seb's like, okay, I'm going to do it. Stops. And then we hear the crowd just sing Worst Day Ever.
They speak Japanese, but they know all the words.
It's definitely an incredible feeling I'll never forget.
They're all screaming, they're all Simple Plan. They know all the words. We start playing, we start jumping, there's so much energy in the room. It's crazy. We just like feed off them, they feed off us. It was probably I would say one of the craziest shows we've ever played, for real.
And then the first night, I jumped in the crowd like I usually do, and maybe Japanese people weren't, really expecting that, but they just kind of pulled me in, and I kind of fell in. They wouldn't really hold me up, and they pulled me down, which was fine. I think it was a lot of fun, and I kind of got stuck there. I was amongst hundreds of fans, and we were all squished together, and people were trying to get on me, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Eric, our stage tech, jumped in and tried to get me out of there, or he couldn't pull me out. Then he got stuck there with me, and then Patrick, who's filming me right now, kind of went in too. He jumped over and tried to pull me out, and it was so funny because we were stuck there for like 5 minutes, and the band was still playing the song. They were waiting for me to come back up, and then finally I came back up, and I was like, yeah, and the whole crowd, went absolutely wild. It was quite a funny moment. I got a little bit scared for a while, but I knew that nothing was going to happen. It was just fun. It was really funny. Now, that's one thing I like about Japan. It's definitely the food.
The food. The food in Japan is just off the hook.
Food in Japan is fish, mostly fish. It's great though. It's great fish. It's the freshest fish you'll ever have.
We had some shabu shabu and all that, and the food in Japan was so good. And I learned to use my chopsticks a lot better. I was good at it before, but now you don't really have a choice over there. Everybody eats with that. I learned that you can eat raw chicken. I'd never really ate raw chicken before because everybody keeps saying that you can get whatever, like salmonella or something like that. But fuck salmonella. I ate some raw chicken and I'm still alive. So you can eat raw stuff. You can eat raw beef, raw fish, raw chicken. It's all good. Doesn't really matter.
We all love sushi, and probably the best sushi we ever had, the freshest sushi we ever had, was the one in Japan.
We love sushi.
We love it. We love it so much that every night we would get the crowd to yell it.
Sushi! 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 Yeah! I learned a lot of Japanese when we were there. We tried to, we're the kind of band who goes out there and tries to learn about the country and the culture and how the people are and the language as well.
We figured Japanese people bought our record, they learned our lyrics. The least we could do is try to learn their language. So we bought some how to speak Japanese books. We got a few of those, like a few books.
That's funny because we tried to learn, and at the first show we all had like our sheets, and we had written down some Japanese like Konichwa and like Genki desu ka, and like at the show like Pierre was all reading them to the crowd to make them laugh and trying to look like a super fluent Japanese guy.
I'm learning here, but it smells kind of funny in here. Tale ga hekoita.
I mean, I wanted personally. I figure I'm gonna learn a lot of words. I'm gonna learn Japanese. So I learned the most important thing for me. I love sushi, so I learned this. This is like that was my sentence on cue. I would just say it to everybody.
私は寿司を食べます。
I learned how to say we're happy to be here in Japan.
日本に来れて嬉しいです。
I learned how to say thanks for coming to the show.
ショーに来てくれてありがとう。
And I learned a bunch of things, a lot of nasty things that I'm not going to tell you right now, but maybe, which is the one Omae no kachan to yatta. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, you know what? I only learned bad words, so I'm just not gonna say anything. But we're fluent, man.
Well, there's a lot of different things about Japan if you would compare it to Canada or the States. First of all, you guys drive on the left side,
Which is totally different from America. It's the opposite.
Second of all, you have a lot cooler gadgets, like the cell phones.
Cell phones are really different. You can actually take pictures.
They just had so many awesome things, and the doors that would open on their own. You didn't have to open them; they just opened on their own. And what else did you guys have? Just a lot of cool things, like
people are really nice, really polite to strangers, which is different from America. Usually in America, you don't really get to meet polite people. And one other thing that's different in Japan is that, I mean, people, if you know the band, you probably know that I don't really drink beer ever. Actually, I never drink beer ever. I hate the taste. But in Sapporo, something changed. I decided to try the Sapporo beer because, hell, if you're in Sapporo, you might as well try the beer.
So we actually convinced him to drink with me, and we had a chugging contest, and I won. But he actually drank an entire beer, and I was very proud of him because he never does drink. And
We're in Sapporo. I never fucking drink. You guys know that?
Yeah. Knock it down with me. Whole thing. The whole thing. Go.
Sapporo beer. Pour some beer on me. Let's go. They're waiting for us.
They finished?
Smile.
This is probably one of the only time I was, you could see me drink beer in Sapporo. So that was funny.
A lot of things are different in Japan. Like just walking around the cities and like a lot of things are different. Like the smell's different. Streets are smaller. People are shorter too. Everybody's got black hair. We all got different hair. Nobody speaks English. Well, like little. Like they can say, I can speak a little English.
Things are smaller. There's people, so much people all around, And even in restaurants, you know, it never stops. There's noise all the time. People going in and out at every time of the day.
And what else is different? The markets are different. We went shopping one day for food because we were hungry, and we walk into this market and like, it's like this crazy mayhem of fish and people screaming, "Buy my fish!" Everybody's like, "Ah, ah, ah!" And they're all like, "Buy my fish!" And like we're just walking, and it's super loud. There's like food everywhere. It's crazy. And this one guy, we tried to convince him to scream out Simple Plan and like buy Simple Plan and with the fish and like screaming like a vendor as if he was selling us. Anyways, it was really funny.
How much? That guy was trying to sell yellowtail fish. He was like, Simple Plan, yellowtail fish! Simple Plan, yellowtail fish!
And the hotels, they were different, especially the bathroom.
That's when I discovered the most wonderful invention of all times.
So I look at the, you know, at the toilet, what they call it, the washlet. And I'm pretty sure that Pierre and David told you a whole lot about them.
They have this thing they call the washlet.
The washlet, wow, that's awesome. You gotta like that shit.
You know, you sit on the toilet and you can clean your butt after you like take a dump. It's just really cool, you know. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go buy one and bring it to my house, and because that's a nice thing.
The best thing, since we've been here, that you guys have, that we don't have, is that, you know the washlet thing? You know that washlet thing? You know the washlet? So I press the spray and it goes like, oh, oh. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, holy shit, that feels good.
It's the coolest thing in the world. It feels great too. You go a little bit like this at the beginning, but after a while it gets like this. It's washlet. Way to go.
Man, it feels so good that it's so good. My butt has never been so clean in my life. Washlet fucking rules.
One thing that's definitely different in Japan are the boxers. The Japanese boxers.
So yeah, I'd like to share one thing from Japan with you guys. We were in the mall and I saw some cool boxers, like camouflage boxers, and I figured, you know, I should just buy some Japanese boxers. I had a little surprise when I tried them on. What's that? Oh! Japanese boxers! Oh, it looks like a fucking tennis player, like 1980 tennis player. That's wicked. That's a Japanese shtick. I'm really happy, proud about that.
We went to a lot of cities in Japan. We went to Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, Sapporo, Fukuoka.
Overall, our trip to Japan was one of the coolest experiences we ever had. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I keep a very, very like great souvenir of Japan.
And honestly, we can't wait to go back.
We had the best time over there. People are so nice. Like, the food was great. The shows were crazy.
We had the best fans in the world.
The people are so nice, so friendly.
I'd go back anytime.
We're actually just recording some stuff for an EP that we're going to release down there.
And I can't wait to see how people will like it.
We hope you guys like this live EP, Live in Japan CD, as much as we do.
Well, one thing's for sure, we're definitely going back to Japan because
it was the first time that we really felt like rock stars, for real. Like, Japan makes you feel like you're the biggest band in the world, which is a good feeling.
We had a really, really great time, and we just can't wait to go back.
Hopefully I'll get to go back very soon. And
it was awesome. It was so different.
I cannot wait to go back to Japan. It's just overwhelming going there. Can't wait.
I know we're going to go back, and I can't wait to.
We'll see you guys soon, because we're going to go back. We're going to invade Japan.
Yeah, Japan rules, man. Fuck yeah.